other day from a woman who said, "You're talking a lot to newcomers. What about those of us that have been sober for a while?" And she's right. What about those of us who have been sober for a while? Alcoholism does not go away. If it did, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So let's talk about that for a minute. Maybe if you're new, you can get your mind wrapped around this. If it was just the drinking, then we would all be okay and we would all take off. We don't just hang around here on these pages to be helpful because we got nothing else to do. That's not the facts. That's not the case. We are all here hanging around trying to help the new person because that's how we stay sober. The alcoholism hasn't gone anywhere. The alcoholism centers in your mind, right? The alcohol was what we used to treat the mind. That's what we were using as our answer before we came to Alcoholics Anonymous. Then we got a new answer, one with better side effects, not fatal side effects. It's hard to wrap your mind around it because you really want to believe it's the drinking and the drugs. You really want to believe that. There was a girl that contacted me about last week. Actually, it was someone else contacted me and said, "There's a girl I work with. She really needs help. Can you help her?" I said, "Give her my number, see if she calls me." She did. That's great. So, very, very sick. Very sick. That whole detox process is very difficult. It's been amazing to me to watch the pandemic movement of sobriety, because there are some courageous women who are getting sober at home. No treatment center, no yoga and swimming pools, and all that stuff at treatment centers. They're getting sober with their 4 kids, their sick mother, they're taking care of their parents, they're working from home and homeschooling 4 kids, and they're detoxing. I am like, woo! Now, see, I had to do that. I didn't have insurance. I had completely lost everything when I relapsed. So I got sober the hard way. No meds, no nothing. Like, I knew I had to get sober. Like, I was going to die. So there's women right now. This pandemic has really brought people, and men. I just mean because I'm on a lot of women's pages. So I help a lot of women. But men, too. I think what it's done is it's forced us to our knees, right? We're going to be locked in our houses. They're going to find us dead from alcoholism if we don't get sober. And now, a lot of places, this particular woman that called me, there was a woman called me from Texas, and it was like, my doctor said, no, I can't go into a treatment center or a detox because it's so full of COVID. The virus is so bad. It's like those retirement homes and stuff. You've got confined people together. So, I love that. However, back to my story is that once you get sober, even if you do it at home, by yourself, with your doctor's care, whatever you're doing, that's a great idea too, by the way. Someone else I know just did that. Very, very sick. I got a little worried, had her call her doctor, and she got help from her doctor. Her doctor's detoxing her while she's home, right, over the phone. So I love it. So the problem is that as soon as you get that, okay, so I'm imagining myself again. I'm really sick. I'm vomiting. I'm shaking. My heart's racing. I'm sweating like a pig. It's the alcohol. As soon as the alcohol gets out of me, I'm going to be better. And it does get out of me. And then I wake up and I go, I'm better. What's changed? Nothing. You still have alcoholism. If you don't treat the alcoholism will tell you to pick up and drink again. I feel great. I'm fine. I'm doing well. I think I could have a beer. I think I could smoke 1 joint. I'm going to be okay. That is alcoholism. So if you're sober for a long time, does that go away? No, it actually gets worse. The thinking gets worse. I woke up yesterday morning at 4:45, almost 5, with full-blown alcoholism. And I treat my alcoholism every day. I go to 2 meetings a day and I help a lot of people, right? I pray, I ask God for help. I do my morning and evening pages. I mean, I have a great program. And I woke up yesterday and I was in full-blown alcoholism. I woke up and I thought, oh my God, is this my life? is this my life? Oh my God, what's happening? Why am I here? What am I doing here? What about this? What about that? What about my retirement? What about, who's going to take care of me if I'm old? What if I get sick? You know what I mean? What's going to happen to me? What's, oh my God, I've wasted my whole life. What's, the whole thing. I mean, I started to panic. My mind started racing out into the future. And then if I wouldn't have done this, if I wouldn't have done that, I should have married him. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I was a hot mess. I was freaking out. And I have a great program. And I knew what to do. The good news is, I know what's wrong with me. I knew immediately, this is alcoholism. This is all bad. I need to settle down. I need to ask God for some help, and I need to help somebody else. And that's what I did. And I struggled all day. It was just one of those days. Some days are bad. Some days are better. Some days I wake up and it's unicorns, butterflies, and rainbows, right? I'm so grateful I got honey shooting out my ass. I mean, I'm just so happy and fourth dimension, right? But some days I wake up and it's not like that. The alcoholism has set in. Something happened, and I realized later when I did my pages after a meeting that something had catapulted me into some fear a couple days before. And I had dealt with it fine. See, that's the thing. I look like I'm dealing with it okay. And I go through my life, I keep really busy, right? I'm busy, even though it's pandemic. I've got lots of stuff to do. I'm way behind. I've got a list, right? I've got all this going on. But then I go to sleep and my mind starts working while I'm sleeping. And it starts scaring the shit out of me. It starts worrying me. Or resentment, same way. I'll wake up angry. And I'll think, why am I angry? Well, something happened a couple of days before, but I've sloughed over it. I'm a great schluffer, right? I'm fine. How are you? Fine. I'm not fine. I need some help here. And I missed it. I did my evening pages, my 11th step, and I still missed it. I sloughed over it. I just skimmed over it because it was just too much, So that's untreated alcoholism. So I have to treat it. But I think a lot of people think it's the alcohol. They think it's the alcohol. They think if I quit drinking, everything's going to be fine. Well, it's not. Everything's not going to be fine until you treat the problem. Otherwise, it's going to make you think you need to drink again. Eventually, you will get uncomfortable enough. You will have no other choice, but you will have to drink. You will act out in some way. You will start eating. You will start gambling. You will start resentments, right? Fears, sex problems. You're going to treat your alcoholism one way or another. And if it's not with alcohol, maybe it's drugs. Maybe it's prescription drugs. I know for me, during this pandemic, it's been food. I've put on a lot of weight trying to get comfortable, trying to feel better, trying to ease the fear and the isolation and stuff. And I have a good program. It's life. It's just going to happen. Doesn't mean I'm doing anything wrong. Doing something wrong would be drinking and using over it, like trying to make myself feel better. Right now what I'm doing is my alcoholism is acting out and I'm watching it. I'm very, very respectful of this disease. I know what's going on. I've helped a lot of people. I know alcoholism when I see it. It's easier to see it in you. I can't see it so much in me, but lately I have. I have to look at it and I have to say, okay, God, I need some help here. Everything's okay. I got to stay in the moment. I have an answer. My feelings are not fact. I'm not going to feel like this, maybe even in 5 minutes, right? I had to tell me that yesterday morning when I woke up in that total panic. I thought, you know what? Don't believe a thing your head's telling you, Karen. It's lying to you. It's trying to get you to really react badly, right? I just had this feeling like I wanted to jump in the car and drive away. Well, there's a lot of people depending on me. I can't jump in the car and drive away. I mean, I could. If I was drinking, I would. I'd just jump in the car and drive away. Ghost everybody in my life. Done it before. Not anymore. Not anymore. Now I need to stay. I need to put on the big girl pants, ask God for some help, and see who I can help today. Because the miracle and the magic of this program is that if I can help someone else get my grubby little hands off my life, God can take care of my life. I can help someone else. My experience can help someone else. And I got to leave God with this bag of shit that I'm carrying around. You know what I mean? Because my mind makes me think that things are worse than they are. Or better than they are. Like, this alcoholism is like, I'm all over the board. So I need some help with that. I need a spiritual answer. So this today was for the person who is sober for a while and feels like they're going out of their skin. You haven't had a drink for a long time, but your kids have quit talking to you. Right? Everybody's pissed off at you. Nobody's happy. You're miserable. What happened? What happened to my program? What happened to my rainbows and butterflies? Well, your spiritual condition needs to be looked after. You need to enlarge your spiritual condition. Back to basics. There's no graduation from this thing. So get to a couple meetings today. Ask God for some help. Pages 86, 87, and 88. I love y'all. Bye.